When last we spoke, you intended to assault the cruel and the corrupt, in hopes of finding servants of Elgar'nan and Ghilan'nain. Has your search been successful?
You could say that. It looks like both the Venatori and the Antam are working for Elgar'nan and Ghilan'nain.
Unsurprising. The Venatori want magical secrets, and the Antam want to destroy anyone opposing their brutal expansion. Both will readily bow to anyone who promises them power.
And they're using that power to hurt a lot of people. The Antam and the Venatori both have dragons doing their bidding.
Dragons? That is worse than I had feared.
Yeah. We drove off the one the Venatori brought into Minrathous. Barely.
Have you determined how the dragons are being directed? If it is blood magic, it may be possible to disrupt their control.
The dragons were blighted. We think that's what let the gods control them.
The Blight. Of course.
The Blight seems to be the gods' favorite tool right now. We ran into Venatori who could control Darkspawn.
Elgar'nan would not bestow such power unless the Darkspawn were to serve as the main force of his army. And I suspect Ghilan'nain will see the Darkspawn as new subjects for her modifications.
We've already run into a few Darkspawn nobody has seen before. That's in addition to the blighted dragons.
That is the fate Elgar'nan and Ghilan'nain planned for this world then. Corruption and blighted slavery.
Stop acting like you're so much better than they are. Your bullshit ritual would have destroyed the world just as badly.
Do you truly believe my goal was to destroy this world?
I believe your goal, like you said, was to transfer the gods to a better prison. The one you're stuck in now. And you were willing to tear down the Veil and destroy this world while you did so.
The Veil is a wound I cut into the Fade in a moment of desperation, while making their prison. It should not exist. I had a host of spirits ready to help when the Veil fell. They would have minimized the loss of life.
Do you have any idea what you sound like? You could have actually saved the world from the Blight, but instead you chose to kill thousands of people with your vanity project.
It is not vanity. I broke this world. I am the only one who can fix it.
Spoken like a god.
I am not a god. I am as I have always been. A man. All too aware of his failings. But equally aware that if he did not act, accepting the judgment it would bring, all would be lost. They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is over?
I don't care what they call me. If they're calling me anything, it means they're still alive. That's all that matters.
Acceptance. You are willing to face the consequences your actions may one day bring because the world needs you. I believe I can work with that. If the gods are using dragons, you will wish to find someone trained to fight them. Have you unlocked the lighthouse Eluvian?
Yes. We found the crossroads. It's still confusing, though.
I cannot help you from in here. You may need to find an expert in the magic of the Fade. And if the Darkspawn are to be Elgar'nan's army, you will need Grey Wardens to fight them.
I've got a few of them. Their leaders don't trust me right now, though.
I have faith in you, Rook. You seem to have a knack for gaining the cooperation of your adversaries.
Solas thinks we need a dragon hunter and a Fade expert.
He's right, about the dragon hunter at least. Rook, when I was with the Inquisition, I saw some terrible things. But what happened to Treviso? I mean, so much death. Lucanus stayed behind. He said he'll be back soon, but at least you took care of yours.
We hurt it, but didn't kill it. The dragon flew off before we could put it down.
A dragon hunter would have helped him in Rathus, that's for sure.
Don't remind me. Fewer people injured and we wouldn't have to worry about it coming back.
We can't forget the second dragon in Treviso. We should see how we can help, but We're without Lucanus until he's done helping the crows. Who knows how long?
Hey, let's not get stuck in our regrets, all right?
Just so we're clear, you're taking advice from this elven god, Solas. The Solas who tried to tear down the Veil? You really trust him?
He's been right about a lot of things. He knows how Elgar'nan and Ghilan'nain work. We need him.
As long as you're sure.
So a Fade expert and a dragon hunter. I'll ask around about dragon hunters and see what turns up. Come talk to me in a bit.
And I've been corresponding with someone about the lighthouse's reverberative oscillations and the resulting dimensional peculiarities. Oh, sorry. Not relevant. I'll get a message through to a Fade expert immediately.
See, Rook? Nothing to worry about.
All right. We all know what to do. Let's get going.
If that dragon had taken Minrathous, I hate to think what Venatori might do with that sort of chaos. A lot of people are alive. A lot of people have a chance, thanks to us. But we broke Lucanus out of the ossuary. He could finally go home, and now, what happens to Treviso now?
Okay, Balara, what's your lead on getting us a Fade expert for the team?
Good evening.
Greetings.
Rook! So, we need a Fade expert. I've been writing to a senior mage who fits the part. But right now, he's on an expedition, so I reached out to his colleagues to find him. This is Lady Myrna and Vorgoth. They're necromancers. Mournwatch ones, I mean.
Your friend's request for a Fade expert was urgent. How darksome are things outside Navarra?
We've seen terrible magic. Old magic. It'll get worse unless we step up.
I see. Balara's correspondent is Professor Emric Volkarin, a Fade expert and powerful psychagogue.
You will need him.
Where can I find him?
The Professor is currently delving the shrouded halls in the Grand Necropolis. We will grant you passage to look for him. Where the dead. Lately, they grow restless.
The fires are lit.
So I put the word out for dragon hunters, and I've heard back about someone who might work. It's a woman named Tosh from a group of Rivaini treasure hunters called the Lords of Fortune.
Sounds promising.
An agent for the Lords said that Tosh is working on a mission for them along the Rivain coast. If we help her, she'll be free to join us and fight any blighted dragons the gods throw our way.
What do you know about what's going on in Rivain right now?
Not much more than you do. Varric and I never went there while hunting Solas. The Qunari were on pretty good terms with Rivain, but that was before the Antam military broke away from the rest of the Qun. I wouldn't be surprised if the Antam invaded Rivain like they did Treviso and Eastern Tevinter.
All right, guess we'll be ready. Thanks for finding a contact. There can't be that many professional dragon hunters around.
Time to find out if the crossroads can get us to an Eluvian in that area. We'll head out whenever you're ready.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Rook. I'm very much hoping you're Tosh.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
The Lords want to hit a cave on the coastal cliffs. Big Vinsimer makes her lair there. We get her out, the Lords get in, we go home and get drunk. Might be more on Tom. Don't get in my way.
I've got a good feeling about her. So, what's the plan exactly?
We need to lure the Vinsimer out of her lair. I set bait, she comes out to eat. My partners loot the lair while she's out here. We'll find the bait on the beach.
You said the dragon we're dealing with was a Vinsimer.
Yeah, blue with a yellow belly. Breathes lightning.
Lightning? Well, that's dramatic.
We're not fighting her. Lords just want the Horde in her lair. On Tom ahead. Be ready. They go hard. Watch yourself. They have Gatlock cannons. Eat shit. This is not your land. Come on. You're not bigger than me.
So, you've got no problem fighting other Qunari?
I'm from Rivain. Not like I follow the Qun.
You've got the arm ropes.
Sure. I wear a lot of stuff. You don't get to tell me who I am. Doesn't matter anyway. The Antam don't follow the Qun either. Not anymore.
The job with us. What made you want to take it?
I don't.
I thought you wanted us here to help you.
No.
We're not fighting the dragon?
No. Vincimers eat big game, usually sea life. They're not hostile unless you do something stupid.
Like, poke around in its lair?
Right. So we lure her out, and the lords go in and grab anything shiny.
But you do kill dragons, right? You're a dragon hunter.
I kill them when they need killing. This one doesn't. All right, beach is up ahead.
Right. You said we'd find bait here?
Bait'll find us. Come on.
I don't like the sound of that. Deep Stalkers, watch out!
Knew they'd find us.
So the Deep Stalkers are the bait.
Yup.
If that's what works.
Quite a few of them.
Dragons have big stomachs.
That goes. Is it just me, or is that one meaner than the rest?
That's the pack leader. Take her down.
Got us at a distance. Top team's ready.
I think that's the last of them. Now what?
Now I get the fire going and make our dragon dinner. Good. She'll like it. And this potion will put her to sleep for a few hours. But we gotta get her attention. Use the horn up there. Come on, she'll be here soon.
So, we held up our end of the bargain?
You did okay. So, what do y'all do?
Right now, we're trying to take down evil god monsters and their blighted dragons.
What? That can't be right. Dragons don't get blighted. They're smart enough to avoid that crap.
However it's happening, the gods are using the blight to force dragons to attack people.
That's messed up. Somebody needs to stop them. There you go. A tusk hurry.
Where are we headed?
That old Grey Warden fort. Anton might be there. I want to see what they're doing. If it's anything the Lords of Fortune need to worry about.
She responds to people blowing a horn.
This time.
You've left food for her before.
Took a while to get her used to it.
It sounds like you got her trained.
You train a dog. You reach an understanding with a dragon. Vincimers are clumsy on land, better in the water. They cut the surface like a knife.
They swim?
They dive down after prey like a giant bird. Sometimes they stun schools of fish with their lightning. Gulp them all down in a single bite.
close?
Letting us know she sees us. Might also be her way of saying thanks for the food.
Someone put a lot of work into these fortifications. Why'd they leave?
This used to be a big Grey Warden outpost. They left after the Darkspawn stopped.
So the Antam are here.
Let's check inside the fort. I want to see what they're doing. Shit. More Antam. You're not even supposed to be here! Come on, let's keep looking.
So the Antam took over the outpost after the Grey Wardens abandoned it?
Yeah. Ravain and the Qunari were at peace forever. Then the Antam broke away from the Qun and invaded. The Qunari builders are part of a different caste. They didn't break away. So the Antam take over old forts like this instead of building their own. Grapples, nets. The Antam are going after the Vinsimer.
But the dragon can handle that.
Not after I drugged her. Come on. They've been watching. They knew I drug her to make her sleep. Assholes!
How's that?
They haven't seen us yet. We can run.
Hey! I brought her down. She's mine by right.
Makara.
Mara Namra Benari Bala! Atash Martarost! Asitarala! Kyuto!
Yunasi Bishidam.
Tarala!
Come on! So, you breathe fire.
Yeah?
Can't say I was expecting that.
Were we supposed to know this? Because I don't remember you mentioning it.
We can talk later. Let me know when you're ready. I'll burn the chains off the dragon.
What'll she think of us when we free her?
Hopefully she'll just fly off.
Hopefully. Should I cross my fingers?
As one dragon flew off, now safe to finish its nap, uninterrupted, another was about to wake up. The surviving Antam poachers carried news of a fire-breathing Qunari back to their leader. Tosh and the team would soon find themselves being hunted by the Dragon King.
Wonderfully done, Tosh. While you played with the big scary dragon, we looted the shiny stuff from her cave. So, Rook, Varric's talked about you. I see he wasn't making shit up this time. They call me Isabella, among other things.
What did you find in the cave?
A lot of dragon shit, gold, some fancy trinkets, and this.
If it puts a smile on your face, that's good enough for me.
Oh, it does.
Thank you for all your efforts. This is just as I had hoped.
Rook, this is Shathan. She's our expert on Qunari artifacts.
This piece predates the Steel Age by centuries. It comes from an earlier attempt at settlement. One that left no survivors. You used your fire.
What? No.
Were you seen by the Antam? You promised you would be careful, Evatosh. You need to be away for a while. It is good you are joining Rook's team.
I'm what?
We're looking for a good dragon hunter. That would be you?
Yeah?
Our contact here said you'd agree to join us.
Didn't Shathan... I thought you and your mother had agreed on this.
Nope.
Whoops. Well, you'll work it out. You always do. For gold and glory, Tosh. You're welcome back whenever. Rook, pleasure doing business with you.
Mother, what did you do?
I thought you would enjoy the chance to work with Rook's team. Do you not wish to stop these blighted dragons?
Of course I do. I might have decided to join on my own. Maybe after you talked to me.
I talked to you about not using your fire in front of the Antam. I will prepare potions for you to take. Would you prefer ginger or lavender?
The ginger.
Hassam Vinek. Rook, you will keep her safe.
Your mother doesn't mince words. I like that.
Yeah, she's a lot.
Anyway, welcome to the team. Might not be what you wanted, but we could really use the help.
I'll get my stuff. Hey. It is.
Sorry?
Joining your team. It is what I wanted.
Glad to hear it.
You're new as well.
Look at what the Blight's done to this place.
So, your mom wanted you to lay low, and now you're with us.
And because I wanted to be here.
Then it looks like we pleased everyone. Isn't that novel?
Yep. It's great.
Time for a fight! Good shot!
There, that pile of blight. That's what Chance wanted us to clear out.
Stinks even worse than normal.
Target those blighted boils. That should be good.
They've got us in range. Nice casting.
It's working. We're weakening it. I hate to say it, we should take a look at that darkspawn. Something was off about it. This darkspawn's wearing a necklace. The pendant's shaped like a crow. We need to show this to Chance. Chance? Got rid of the Blight in the streets. But we also found this crow pendant on a darkspawn.
Is that... This was Ayers, our trainer for the fledglings. She went missing. That darkspawn you fought must have been... May she rest. And sadly, I must ask you to search for another wayward crow.
Who is it?
Fletcher, our provider of fine goods, is also missing. They were sending me reports of Anton movements. Despite this blight, our invaders are planning something. Here are Fletcher's roots. If the Blight found them, they deserve a clean end. Like any crow.
Can't get along.
Get clear!
Get ready.
Closer on the right.
Got us a range. Well, Rook, that goes to you.
It's Fletcher. You should check the body to make sure it's really Fletcher. sealed tube with notes and code. I should take this back to Chance and let him know Fletcher's at peace. Chance, we found Fletcher.
Maker, guide them to your side.
Fletcher also had these notes.
Always scrupulous. If this is information on the Antom...
Are you alright?
Merely a cold. Thank you, my friends. I must now think and figure out what the Antom are plotting.
It. But no sign of the professor.
I hope he's here and that he doesn't mind us disturbing him. He is a senior necromancer. I don't... Oh!
What a marvelous surprise! Any trouble with the lift? Our last guests were stuck for hours. Poor souls. Oh. Professor Emmerich Volkaren of the Morn Watch.
Hello, Professor. We've never met, well, in person, but I've been writing to you.
Belara, my dear girl. What a pleasure. Surely you didn't come all this way just to see me.
Actually, we did. You see, we need a Fade expert.
I'm Rook.
Charmed.
I didn't expect such a warm welcome. Considering.
Please, don't be put off. The workforce is perfectly harmless. I'd be pleased to continue our conversation after I tend to some small business here. I must investigate. Would you two mind accompanying me further into the shrouded halls?
Toward that screaming.
Something's gone awry in this part of the necropolis, Rook. The dead stir more easily than they should.
Something's moving. Up ahead.
Strange. These halls should be under the protection of the bell.
Is that a despair demon?
Fascinating, isn't it? They shouldn't be able to breach the shrouded halls at all.
Take your word for it.
It's vital we discover why that spirit manifested here.
Lead the way, Professor.
Someone's barred the door and chained the sunken star.
There's undead here.
We may need to defend ourselves depending on their condition.
Haven't fought undead in a while.
There's no reaching these. They're mindless. So you can't control them. I'm afraid sometimes the weaker dead work themselves into frenzies. Poor things. Good work!
Emmerich takes this round.
I must free that bell.
Need some help?
Thank you. The star, the bell, can banish these despair spirits if we unchain it. We'll need a wisp to unseal the doors leading out. Could you please find one and bring it here?
Okay. How?
Give your greetings, and the wisp will follow.
Hello.
Wisps are the simplest of spirits, but quite helpful. Bring the wisp here, and we can unseal the doors.
Door's open. Where to now?
This should lead us to the upper chambers, where we can free the bell. There's someone I'd like to consult with on the way.
So, Professor.
Just Emmerich, please.
You weren't that surprised we need a Fade expert.
The spirits talk. Even the simplest have been clamoring about chaos in the Fade. Someone coming to consult wasn't an if, so much as a when. Into the fray!
Chilly in here. Courtesy of a demon.
Echoes of the despair spirits, misery devouring itself. We should keep our distance. If provoked, these manifestations will shatter.
You're not alone.
Strike them down! Right ahead.
This is locked too. I didn't see any wisps around.
Then I shall call for aid. They've answered. We'll need to guide the wisps who've just arrived to the door.
There's a problem.
Those wisps really came just because you asked.
They care for us, Rook. Our ever-loyal friends amongst the dead.
I need a wisp. Here's our second wisp.
At least they don't follow us around without asking.
Would you like them to accompany us?
I'm good.
There's the last wisp.
Good. Let's return to the door. Well done. Past these chambers, we'll find some assistance with reaching the bell. Despair is far more pervasive than I'd thought. We must stop who's ever drawing these spirits here, Rook.
You think a person's behind all the despair demons?
Oh, yes. Mortals are their prime attraction.
About to have a problem. We're under fire. Look out! Nice move. Nice move, Varric.
What has he done there?
We're under fire.
How do we get rid of all these despair demons?
Their source is near the bell you saw earlier. Ringing it will banish them, but we must find who lured them there in the first place. Tell me, Rook, where are you from?
I grew up in Tevinter.
Our cousins in Magecraft to the north. You must tell me about your journeys once we're above ground. Here we are. This is where we'll learn who summoned these despair spirits.
But how?
You must open yourself to possibilities while in the necropolis. Would you mind lighting those braziers, Rook? This should unseal our final pass to the bell. It's best we unchain it quickly.
Right. Then what?
The sunken star will drive away despair. Any malicious spirit that hears the tolling of the bell will be banished to the Fade.
Handy. Could use a few of those for back home.
I understood Tevinter to be experienced in dealing with malign manifestations.
Oh, we are. You have to be when blood magic attracts them. Or some cultist decides to summon something on purpose. I'll take any help I can get.
Excellent. Approach the body and we'll begin. By seal and flame, who brought despair in our midst? Despair? Who brought it here?
Venatori.
The Venatori. Of course. This way, please.
What did you just do?
The colloquial term is corpse whispering, a gift that manifested with my magic.
Well, there's some luck for you.
Honestly, I've no idea how the other Watchers navigate the necropolis without it.
This map is useless. We wasted 3 slaves in those traps. If that Hand of Glory burns down...
So don't dawdle!
We found those Venatori.
They have no trace in these halls.
Now there's a nice shot.
Anything possible.
An attack from afar!
The faithful have died!
Run! Quickly!
What are the Venatori after? Gold? Artifacts?
Raw magic. Their first envoys were obsessed with gathering power for some new masters.
Ah, I'll fill you in on them later.
A despair spirit. Tread lightly.
We are failing our masters.
Well, down one more despair demon. That's the last of them.
I see someone by the crates.
I don't think they're Venatori. This looks interesting.
A spirit labyrinth? I didn't know they'd learn to make miniature ones in Tevinter.
Hello. The Venatori bring you here?
They said I'd spilled the wine too many times. That I'd be a better sacrifice than slave.
You are in Navarra, sir. There are no slaves on our soil. Please remain here. After we've seen to the rest of the Venatori, I'll send for someone to escort you above.
Oh, all right.
Those Venatori dragged that man down here just to die.
The Watchers will shelter him. We'll inquire if he has any family in Minrathous.
Might know someone who can help with that.
Do you, madam? We'd be grateful. As for the Venatori, what remains of them will be put to work. The The Sunken Star can help us if we break the Venatori's chains.
Right. There's one chain.
Excellent.
Yes! Kill them all!
Got it.
There's the problem.
There.
Well fought, then. Masterfully done, Rook.
That's the last chain.
We must return to the lower level to ring the bell. Be ready. The ritual to wake the bell will draw Despair's attention.
And any more Venatori?
I'll need you to keep them occupied while I work.
There's the Venatori.
This cannot be.
Venatori brought demons.
Typical of them. Strike them now!
How are we doing, Emmerich?
The bell is slowly awakening, but we must fight a little longer.
We've got a rage demon.
Hold fast!
End it now.
We're being fired upon!
Nali Mujo.
They've struck a hit!
On your right.
Take the last blow!
Shows up that small one.
No more despair, demons.
Pretty impressive.
Thank you. But come, let's ensure these cultists didn't leave anything dangerous behind. I'll ask our attendants to gather their bodies later, of course.
And this is a severed hand.
It can't be. A hand of glory? The Venatori should never have this. I must find out where it came from. Let me know when you'd like to return to the chambers above.
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
You can tell me why you've sought out a Fade expert on the way?
I know it's a lot, but I swear we've seen the blighted elven gods ourselves.
It would explain recent oniric disruptions.
At the least. The implications of what Rook's witnessed are... Ah, thank you, Manfred.
Well, hi. And... thanks?
You spoke of danger to the Fade.
The elven gods plan to tear it wide open to get to the Blight. And they've already messed with it. Demons, tears in reality. Our team needs a Fade expert.
Many Watchers never depart Navara. But with events so dire...
I'd be delighted to assist.
It has been many years since you left us.
Well, yes, but elven gods, ancient magics. I couldn't bear miss this. Besides, I've spent my life exploring the Fade and speaking to spirits. If Rook needs an expert, none are better qualified than I.
You're good in a fight. We went through a lot of demons.
I've faced worse in the necropolis.
Welcome aboard.
Wonderful! I'll gather my things. Come, Manfred.
The Grand Necropolis was at peace again, and Emmerich was off to a new adventure. But in Navara, nothing stays down for long. The Venatori had unearthed something no one should have, and delivered it to the worst possible person. Emmerich's journey would soon bring him face to face with the gloaming lantern.
What the Venatori ultimately intended with their incursions into the necropolis worries me. Whether or not it was directed by the gods, the timing serves them well. Chaos, I fear, is their ally.
With this, Demeter's Crossing and the Blighted Dragons, and everything else we're all dealing with, feels like we're at war. A lot of little wars.
Didn't take the gods long to attract support from all the worst people in Thedas.
They're offering power to anyone who wants it. The Venatori and Anton won't question what it will cost.
So how do we fight back then?
We don't have an army, but we do have allies. Like the Veil Jumpers.
After Demeter's Crossing, it's personal for them.
The Shadow Dragons? I should have earned my way back into their good graces after we saved Minrathous.
Tarquin won't ever admit it, but he was impressed.
Also, Lady Morrigan requested a meeting at the Cobbled Swan in Minrathous.
Could she have found some trace of the gods?
Probably. Morrigan doesn't visit crowded taverns for fun.
I also heard from Grey Wardens out in the Hossberg wetlands, Antoine and Evka. Something strange is happening with the Blight there. I bet it involves the gods.
Any details on the Blight in the wetlands?
Antoine said he didn't write it down.
Why not?
Either he didn't trust someone else wouldn't read the note, or he didn't want us to panic.
The first warden didn't seem impressed the last time we met.
I heard he told you to piss up a rope.
Will he be in the wetlands?
I don't keep track, but he can't stop you from asking a few questions, if we're fast enough.
Ghilan'nain has laid low since we hurt her dragon, but the Blight spreads rot wherever the gods go.
And no one's better at tracking Blight than wardens.
Morrigan and those wardens feel like our best leads on finding the gods.
Are they really gods? Or just ancient mages? It's not clear.
They're gods. In their power and wrath, at least.
Lucanus, you're back.
I am.
Good to have you back. This is Professor Emmerich Volkarin, our Fade expert, and Tash, our dragon hunter. They joined while you were away.
Hey.
Charmed.
Right. Not everyone has met.
So, a dragon hunter. Treviso could have used you.
What's happening there?
It's just... people blame you for what happened to Treviso, Rook. But they did not have to make that choice, knowing what the gods are capable of. There was no right call. Still, it changes things. How could it not?
But you're back with us.
Yes, here to stay.
Good to have you back, whatever the circumstances. Everyone needs to be part of this. That's the only way we'll win.
After what they did to Treviso, I want these gods to fall. I don't see anyone else with a better chance than you. My blade's yours, until the end.
Great. Let's follow up on some leads.
I'll let Lady Morrigan know we're ready to meet.
I'll send word to Antoine and Evka. They're holed up in a town called Lavendel.
Everyone else should rest up. Be ready to move when I call.
Never easy, is it, kid?
What do you mean?
Making the big choices, then living with the consequences.
If I don't make the tough decisions, no one else will. So I live with the consequences.
And you don't blame anyone else for them. That's why I recruited you. Anyway, you've got a meeting with Morrigan to attend, and dealing with whatever the wardens found. All this chatting is taking it out of me. Think I'll rest for a bit. Good work, Rook. You'll find your way through this. I know it.